here are two Israelis that were killed while driving their car. But that's the headline from the media, right? They're innocent civilians. They were just driving their car. What they don't tell you is that these two were living illegally in the Syrian Golan Heights, which Donald Trump, if you remember, recognized, because obviously Syria belongs to the United States. So, King Donald Trump has dominion over these lands. So Donald Trump recognized what is illegally occupied by Israel to be Israeli, which even the United States itself voted with the entire UN Security Council to recognize as illegally occupied. So that's UN Security Council Resolution 242, telling the Israelis, get out of Jerusalem, get out of the West Bank, get out of the Golan Heights. But back then, one of the tricks they used is they didn't call it, they didn't name them like I just did to you. They just called them occupied territories. Again, being clever little people. Here he is, Donald Trump, getting a settlement named in his honor by Netanyahu called Trump Heights. I mean, have you ever seen such a cheesy, corny thing in your whole life? Who the hell wants to go live in Trump Heights? I mean, Jesus Christ. So these two settlers were driving in a vehicle on stolen Syrian land. Okay, the whole planet, the United Nations and the entire planet, except the United States since Donald Trump, recognize this as Syria, but not these two. And then the headline you can see here from the Israelis is, oh, Noah and Nir Barnes were murdered yesterday when a Hezbollah rocket hit their vehicle. Well, you shouldn't invade people's countries and then wonder why they're firing at you. I don't have to remind you as well that every Israeli man and woman has to join the army. I have no idea if these people are reservists or they're not reservists. I don't know. Maybe they finished their service in the Zionist Nazi army. I don't know. But when you move to a war zone, you're moving to a war zone. I'm not talking about the what they tell you is the civil war in Syria. Forget that. I'm not talking about 2011. I'm not talking about anything that happened in the last 10 years. I'm talking about something that's been contested since 1967. Even in 1948, if you want to go that far back in Palestine. But Golan Heights is specifically 67. Syria and Israel have been officially at war over the Golan Heights since 1967. They knew exactly where they're moving to. They know what they're doing. This is the problem with all the Israelis. They know that where they are going, they are stealing someone's house, whether it's in the West Bank, it's in Jerusalem, it's these new settlements or that they want to revive in Gaza. They know what they're doing. And then they wonder why people are shooting at them. Just stay in your country. No one forced you to go there. You moved there on purpose. And this is what becomes of illegal settlers. So Hezbollah, what they've been doing is they've been firing, if you will, to the side. I'll show you a map and try to explain the significance of the Golan Heights in a second, because I'm going to come back to some of the drone strikes that they've launched. But it's amazing. It's amazing watching these war criminals work together, So if you have any doubt of what if you have any doubt of what Trump coming back to power is going to look like he's going to stop what Israel's doing, you're out of your mind. You don't know what you're talking about.
All Israelis were deeply moved when President Trump made his historic decision to recognize Israel's sovereignty over the Golan Heights. Therefore, after the Passover holiday, I intend to bring to the government a resolution calling for a new community on the Golan Heights named after President Donald J. Trump.
Jesus, I mean, really just the corniest crap you've ever heard. So, let me show you what Hezbollah have been getting up to on the Golan Heights. And by the way, I remember there's a British woman, and I think her two children, or so two daughters or something like that, who moved to the West Bank from London. It's about 2 years ago now. And they got murdered. I mean, murder is the wrong word, but they were killed. They were killed by a Palestinian. Again, this happened in the West Bank. You're not supposed to be in the West Bank. You're an illegal occupier. You're a settler. why do you leave the UK and you move to a war zone where you're not wanted and you know what you're doing is going to piss people off? Why do you go there? Why do you put your family at risk? Why do you put yourself at risk? You don't have to go there. Your job doesn't require you to go there. There's no necessity for you to go there. You leave a safe country and go and become part of a problem in the region. Literally, a regional problem. Unbelievable. It's like, you know, and then they blame the Palestinians. They blame the Syrians. They blame the Lebanese. Why are they shooting at us? They hate us because we're Jewish. No, they hate you because you're on their land. Now leave. Just go. Very simple. They don't, you know, if they hated you for your religion, they would check what religion you were before firing at you. But they don't, do they? Because they don't care. It's irrelevant. Completely irrelevant. So the New York Times, of course, they mention the names of these two settlers, but they won't tell you the names of, I don't know, what is it, 100 Lebanese civilians who've been killed by Israel since October 7. And again, those are actual civilians, not people who pretending to be civilians, who are actually reservists in the Israeli army, or in this case, the Lebanese army. They're actual civilians, right? I don't know if these two are civilians. Just because they're wearing, they're out of uniform means literally nothing in Israel. Absolutely nothing. The New York Times, they'll talk about their names. The media will talk about them, but they won't tell you about the other casualties, right? When they talk about, oh, is there going to be a war between Lebanon and Israel? Oh no, the tensions. Like, you know, Hezbollah are adding to the problem by killing these two people. Unbelievable. Anyway. Again, YouTube demonetized my channel because I'm not allowed to say naughty things about Israel. You know, telling the truth is forbidden. So if you are able to donate a few dollars on PayPal or on a monthly basis on Patreon, please consider doing it because it would really help me continue my journalism and support independent media. So I'd be very grateful. And the links are in the description and also in the chat. Thank you guys very much again for all your donations and all your kind comments. I appreciate it very much.